I experienced the fake gym influencer in the wild the other day. I get to the gym and this dude is sitting there for like 15 minutes on one machine. Literally on his phone. He has a little tripod right next to the machine, which his phone was previously on. Finally gets up, puts his phone there. It's like a chest press machine. Pumps out the reps super quick, like 1 for every second. They are not supposed to be that quick, okay? 10 for every second. I don't even know. Anyway, he does that once. Walks directly across from that machine to the leg extension. Sets up his tripod, picks up his phone again, sitting on his phone for another 10 minutes. He pumps out the reps again, only does 2 sets, gets up and leaves. Pretty sure him and I walked in at the same time. And he did chest press and leg extension. What?
Exposing online fronts so you don't feel bad. Part 5. Your favorite fitness influencers are lying about how they got their physique. We've all seen the fitness influencers that start their journey, and within 6 months of starting their journey, they're somehow able to achieve 10 years of progress, gain 20 pounds of muscle in a short amount of time. I promise you, hitting the weights 3 times a week and upping their protein is not the only thing that helped them achieve those results, and let's just leave it at that. Waking up at 5 a.m. does not make you more productive, and you're only messing up your sleep schedule by trying to emulate what you see online. Output of your productivity has everything to do with your energy levels and what you're actually able to accomplish within a set period of time, and has very little to do with what time you wake up. Most personal finance influencers actually have no idea what they're talking about, and they're just repeating other takes that they saw online. The barrier to entry to becoming a personal finance influencer is so low that you don't need any qualifications or any certifications to become a personal finance influencer. You just need to demonstrate how you accumulated some form of money, irrespective of whether or not that wealth is real and irrespective of how you accumulate.
Welcome back, and today we're going to be focused on gym scabs, and I'll be offering certain solutions in terms of how you can navigate and other alternatives that you can use that will cost nothing to you.
Give you the top 5 fitness scams that I see floating around TikTok.
I got one. Pre-workout. If you are buying a pre-mixed pre-workout, you're getting ripped off. Most pre-workouts consist of 3 things: creatine, citrulline, beta-alanine. Throwing caffeine in there, you have most of your pre-workouts. Why buy a blend that's marked up when you can buy the ingredients in bulk for a lot cheaper and blend it to what you want? And before you say, oh, they're proprietary blends, most of the times it's just the ratio of these ingredients. If there is a secret chemical X, do I really want that in my body?
So in terms of creatine, there's natural sources of creatine, which is red meat. Just eat red meat the night before, and it will actually provide you with similar results in the morning. Then coffee, you can just make coffee in the morning before gym. Wow, is that so difficult?
So these 80s are like actually like 15s.
Really? Let me see. Oh shit. Oh god damn.
So you get a little bit of struggle. They're real popular with like the TikTok like fitness influencers.
Shut the fuck. Are
For
you serious?
real?
Yeah. Everything's fake.
Nothing's real.
I don't know where they are getting this, but yes, I do agree. There's a lot of fake TikTok influencers who are actually lifting fake weights.
Something that really doesn't get talked about enough is just how scammy the female side of the health and fitness industry has become. Yeah, the male side has its own circus of grifters, Psalms in pre-workout, bro science diets, natural bodybuilders, selling coaching while secretly pinning harder than a voodoo doll, but the female space, it's next level manipulation. You're not bloated because you ate like shit over the weekend, it's your cortisol. You're not losing fat because you're in a surplus, it's hormonal imbalances. You're not tired from undereating or overtraining, nope, it's adrenal fatigue. Every second influencer is suddenly a hormone expert, gut health guru, or holistic wellness coach with some overpriced 8-week course promising to fix your chakras, fix your PCOS, and burn some fat all at once. No qualifications, just pretty Canva templates. And let's not ignore the bullshit that started in the female space that still won't die. Lifting heavy makes you bulky. Faster cardio burns more belly fat. You can spot reduced thighs with booty bands. Eating after 6 p.m. equals fat storage. Seed cycling will regulate your cycle. Everyone has a thyroid problem if they can't lose 3 kilograms in 2 weeks. These coaches and supplement pushers are not educating women. They're preying on the insecurities and confusion, dressing it up with pink branding and soft fonts to look caring and empowering. They've turned legitimate medical conditions into aesthetic clickbait. PCOS is a skinny tea with a 6-week glute guide. IBS? You need this $79 gut reset protocol that's just a glorified low FODMAP diet copied from Google. Even worse, many of them know it's bullshit, but it sells. And that's the problem. Because when you prey on insecure, underfed women who've been told their bodies are always broken or unworthy, unless they're lean and glowing and perfectly shaped, It's easy money, and all you have to do is dangle hope and wrap it up in pseudoscience. The crazy thing, when someone does tell the truth, like, hey, maybe you're just not eating enough protein or your training is inconsistent, they get accused of being insensitive or not trauma-informed. Now, sometimes what you need isn't another test kit or detox plan. You just need to eat, lift properly, sleep, and stop taking health advice from someone who thinks that the gut reset will unlock your dream body. At some point, we have to stop pretending this shit is okay. It's not empowerment, it's exploitation.
In terms of the fitness industry, I think the best thing that you can do, at least what I do, you need to do a lot of research. For me, what I like is that to review most of the articles, especially from the is it NHI or NIH website, where there's a lot of articles and actually research that has been proven, especially if you're not sure in terms of what does what, whether the chemicals that you're finding and whether pre-workouts and all those things, whether the ingredients actually going to work for you. Just go into a bit of research and spend 5 to 10 minutes, then you can find the answers that you have, so that you don't just take anything at face value that you're being told by someone on the internet who don't even have the qualification or the educational background to actually give you such advice.
Hey guys, here's what I ate in a day's Fit Girl Doesn't Cut Her Bulk. So for breakfast, I had 2 pancakes with syrup, 3 eggs, home fries, turkey bacon, ketchup, and a side of toast. Then I went home and had my ghost greens and the new matcha flavor. It's super yummy. Then I had this entire sugar apple for a snack, one of my favorite fruits. For lunch, I had roast chicken with cucumbers and rice and this new Wendy's white chocolate frosty. Then I had fasolakia, pork souvlaki, and rice for dinner, a bowl of cereal, some grapes, and an ice cream.
Cap. There's no
Yeah, I agree with him. There's no way she's eating all of that to maintain that amount of body fat. That's impossible.
fucking way she's eating almost 3,000 calories a day and she's remaining single-digit body fat to the point where her abs are peaking. There's no fucking way. I'm sorry. It's just not. I am a grown-ass man, 6'1", 245, and my maintenance is like 2,300 calories. I'll say that again. I'm like 6'1", 245, and my maintenance is around 2,400 calories. She's no bigger than probably 5'2", 130, and she's eating almost 3,000 calories a day, and she has single-digit body fat and peaking abs year-round. She's fucking lying. But I get it. You gotta sell those meal plans. You gotta sell those products. You gotta sell those gym tights and gym.
In terms of selling, if you realize that almost every fitness influencer, there's something that they're selling, whatever advice that they give you, it's never for free. They will tell you, do this, but my product works the best and it's going to give you the most results that you will ever gain from other sources out there. That's always the book if you just pay attention.
Right, you gotta sell product. I get it. The fitness industry is a big lie. There's no way, bro. In order to maintain single-digit body fat year-round, I don't give a fuck what your genetics are. You have to be in a deficit.
Yeah, in terms of that. That's why losing weight is so difficult. I, for one, I can contest to that. Right now, I'm fighting my own battle, which I've been fighting for a couple of years. Cutting is very difficult. Maybe you can do it for a week. After that, you start to get a lot of cravings. Then you start eating, then you regain the weight. I think that's the most difficult part. And on the first week, the thing that you lose is mostly water and not really fat.
Some of your favorite fitness influencers are flat out lying to you for a paycheck, and I wanted to make a video talking about it. You guys have recently tagged me in a lot of videos promoting these supplements, all of these things, and I wanted to address it in a video. Losing weight is not easy, but it's very simple. Be in a calorie deficit, that is it. You are not going to find the solution in a bottle or a pill or a tea or a supplement, okay? It's just hard work and being in a deficit. The problem is, and this is what makes it so confusing for people who are trying to lose weight, is you will have influencers working with brands who have previously lost weight or had a transformation, and they work with these brands and they credit their transformation to this greens powder, detox tea, apple cider vinegar, pills, right? And it is all bullshit. They are doing it for a paycheck and they do not care about you, okay? If anyone is promoting anything to lose weight that, like I said, is in a pill or a supplement or a bottle, it doesn't work and it's a scam and they are just trying to make money from people. And it annoys me so much, it actually makes me sick, because I remember when I very first started my weight loss journey, I was trying to watch videos, learn how to do it, educate myself, and there is so much information, a lot of incorrect information online, and when you don't know any better because you're just starting, of course you're going to listen to it. You're going to say, wow, look, Olivia lost 25 kilos, these are her before and afters, she's saying it's through this greens powder, so it must be true, right? And I really feel for the people that are following these influencers that buy into these things, because these influencers don't actually care about you. And in case you haven't noticed, I've only really worked with like 3 brands and I have 55,000. I have had so many brands approach me and I turned so many of them down because you guys fucking trust me, and I would never ever do anything to compromise that. But sometimes money gets in the way for other people and it becomes more of a priority than just being honest and saying the truth to their audience. I don't know why it makes me so angry.
In terms of supplements, what I can tell you that there's no amount of supplements that's gonna beat real food. And a lot of you guys are being told that you are in a deficit of what and what, but you've never actually went and did your blood work, like test and actually check in terms of what you are actually lacking in your body. Most of you are actually taking more minerals and vitamins and whatever more than you need. You are being told you need these amino acids and whatever. Anyone in the internet has a mouth and everybody wants to make money, so they will give you whatever advice that they can so that you can buy their supplement and they can make money. So my advice to everyone who is into fitness, real food beats any kind of supplement that you can buy from any sort of influencer, no matter how big they are or how much gains they have.
I just think, because in my personal experience anyways, I can't speak for everyone, but when you're trying to lose weight and change yourself and do something for the better, you are almost not desperate, but you are willing to do anything, right? If someone says it's only in a greens powder, that means I don't have to diet. Of course you're going to do it. Anyone is going to want to take the easy way out, but if anyone is promoting anything other than a calorie deficit, then they're lying to you for a paycheck.
Yeah, in terms of influencers, yeah, I know I'm in the YouTube scope. I'm a very small YouTuber, as you can see even from my subscriber number. But honestly, I hate influencers and the amount of bullshit that they tell people, for the lack of better word, because they offer such horrible advice. Honestly, they don't care about their subscribers. All that they're trying to do is that they're trying to milk you as much as possible. And for people, especially the young folks who are getting into fitness, they've never went to the gym, not even once, or trying to just find good advice, they can easily fall into that trap. So it's a very sad thing to see, and to the current market, it's something that's actually growing even on Instagram.
What's your biggest fear?
You know what? I think I know the answer to this question. Is it being caught in a lie? Is it people finding out that you lied about taking an IED to the face just so you could build an online brand, just so you could grow your following, just so you could get sponsorships? And when you are confronted about it, you come out with an apology video that you also lied in, saying that, oh, because of my sudden rise to fame, people started bullying me, so I had to come up with a lie, when in reality, you've been lying about this for 10 years. So now that's 2 lies, but you know what? It's fine. You know people will forgive and forget you made an honest mistake. Is that your biggest fear?
Getting small.
Ah, man, I was so close. But I guess that's the fitness industry nowadays, right? You lie, you cheat, you manipulate, and whoever can do that the best for the longest, they win.
Before you buy that influencer's workout program or app or coaching services or whatever they're trying to sell you, I want you to ask yourself one very important question. Would I still be interested in buying this if their body looked different? I'm saying that from a place of love, because I used to very much be like that. I used to buy everything based on the results that I felt like whatever program was promising me. But the truth is, the reality is, you could follow their program to a T, do every single thing that they do.
For me, in terms of weight loss, I know my body. I've tried everything. I've tried the keto diet. I've tried eating maybe 3 times or twice per day. I've also tried this thing where you buy a meal replacement. But for me, what works is fasting. I have to fast for at least 23 to 24 hours and eat once per day. Basically, the OMAD type of fasting. That's the thing that actually works for my body. Anything else, it doesn't work. Like even now, I tried the other things. I'm actually thinking I need to go back to eating once because my weight is not going down and it's been 3 weeks trying even eating healthy, but it's not happening. Sometimes you have to know your body and try different things, and then you'll be able to find what works.
Down to the eating, down to the movement, down to everything, and still not look like them. And that is because genetics is a very real thing. It changes the way that all of our bodies respond to exercise, rest, nutrition, everything. And I bring this up because there's a lot of discussion going on right now about one particular influencer who was selling macro coaching services, which in my opinion, you should only purchase nutrition things from dietitians, but that's a topic for a different day. She was selling her macro programs and then finally came out and said that she was on a GLP-1. A lot of people are upset, rightfully so, because they purchased something under one understanding. They saw her lose weight, they purchased something and felt like she could help them also lose weight. But I think a lot less people would have been disappointed had they purchased something, not because of what someone looked like, but instead because of their knowledge, their expertise, how convenient they made things, all other factors that should be considered when buying anything related to fitness or wellness. The same goes for fitness influencers who are trying to sell you something based solely on a lot of before and after pictures of their own clients. I'm not saying that they can never share before and after pictures to prove the impact that they can have, but it shouldn't be the main selling point. That shouldn't be their main value proposition. And it's a lot of these influencers' main value proposition is just showing you random, no context before and after pictures. The truth about before and after pictures, they are very easy to manipulate. Different lighting, different times of day, different points in your cycle. These are all things that are going to impact what someone looks like. And another thing about before and after pictures is oftentimes there's a whole nother piece of the puzzle that they're not referencing when they're showing you that. So for example, if you are selling a yoga program or a Pilates program, which is notoriously not great for weight loss, right? And you're showing someone's before and after picture. Now, before and after pictures almost always.
Okay, I think in terms of these videos, I want to end right here. But let's go back to a common thing that actually happened with a fitness person who's very wide known, especially on YouTube. There's a guy called Kali Muscle. He was so big with muscles, and people would ask in terms of what he's using, whether he's using that other steroid supplement. I don't know if you should say it's a supplement, but every time he would keep on refusing, he would say that it's because of my pre-workout, it's because of what that I own. This is my product that's actually working for me. You need to take this. So he kept on that lie for many, many, many years until he got a heart attack and he saw that, my life is might end. So then he started to change his way so that he can actually shrink down and lose all that weight and actually started to stop taking that thing. That's when he actually came up to the people and the subscribers and told them that no, this is what I was on, this is what I was using. So a lot of fitness people are gonna lie to their subscribers and they're gonna keep that lie as many years as possible and as long as possible, unless if something comes their way that's gonna force them to actually become transparent. So what I'm trying to say is that anything that you see on the internet, whether on YouTube, Instagram, or anything that's on the internet, unless it's an article that's trustworthy, and there's lots of articles, like people, it's just that people are afraid to read. In fact, these days it's much easier. You can just go to ChatGPT and actually request articles which are trustworthy so that you can read. You don't even need to read the whole article. You can just read the abstract because the abstract is divided into the intro, discussion, materials, what's used, and conclusion. So it has all the different elements of the whole article. So you can actually see in terms of the results of whatever that's used, whether it works or not, whether if you drink coffee, is it going to help you to lift more, that sort of thing, instead of always listening to dumbasses from the internet just because they have a camera in front of them and they can go to a gym. Now suddenly they feel like they can give you any kind of advice. So that's all that I'm trying to say, is that to my people, just being out there and not being afraid to find out more information on yourself, then you won't have to get scammed by these fitness influencers. then even just looking at their body, you can see and you know whether what's achievable and what's not achievable naturally and what's achievable with their product. Then you won't need to spend your hard-earned money on useless things. Yeah, I think that's all that I have in store for you. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out and like the video and tell me your thoughts below on the comment section. And I'll see you sometimes, please.